It has been 24 hours, and notice my dialysis bag looks different than it did yesterday. So it's like that dark, like black, almost like a dark purple color, and then the deionized water surrounding it still kind of has that amber color from the potassium iodide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dialysis bag, put that water that was surrounding it down, and then I'm just going to gently pat it dry and take the mass. So this mass is 20.48 grams. So I do see an increase in mass of this dialysis tubing, and then I also see a change, a qualitative change in color. Now I'm going to look at this solution that the dialysis bag was sitting in, and I'm going to test this solution for two things. I'm going to test it for carbohydrates, specifically glucose, using this Benedict's reagent, and then I'm going to also test it for starch. But notice there was potassium iodide already in this water that I put in yesterday, and it's still this amber color. So if I look at my positive and negative test tubes from yesterday, the negative test tube is this amber, is yellow color. It's the same color as my solution in the beaker. So this is negative for starch. If it was positive for starch, it would be that darker color. Now looking at the bag, it's very similar to that positive control for starch. So I know that starch is in this dialysis bag, but it is not in the water surrounding it. I'm going to go ahead and do the test for glucose. So I'm going to take a little of this water from the beaker, and I'm going to add about a ml of my Benedict's reagent. And remember that this test needs to go in a boiling hot water bath for, a couple minutes, 5 at the most. And then just to remind you, these are my results from yesterday. A negative result would show that it stays that blue color, so this would show that there's no glucose present. This was just distilled water and Benedict's reagent. But this was my positive control. This has glucose in it. When it's added to water, or when it's added to a solution that has glucose in it, and then heated in a hot water bath, it will turn this amber color. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these here for comparison. And then what I want to show you is, notice already that I'm starting to see a color change right here at the top of this water level, this test tube. I'll leave it in there a little bit longer. out so you can see it. Notice that this is this bright, almost a brick red color. If I compare that to my positive control, I see a very similar color. If I compare it to my negative control, this shows me that there is glucose that was in this beaker surrounding the dialysis bag. So my experiment is finished. Now we just need to interpret our results.